Why should Great Muzzle Manor be chosen as one of the recipients of the Innovative Showdown grant? The grant piqued my interest because it's about unique places and programs, unique perspectives, and wanting to help in unique ways. That was what I got out of it. One of the goals of Grey Muzzle Manor is to keep families together and prevent animals, especially senior animals, from entering into the shelter system for a temporary problem. So one of the really common ones is that it's a tough time. It's a tough time for a lot of us. And a lot of folks are losing their homes. And maybe they have a relative that they're staying with where they can't have their pet, or they can't afford housing right now in which they can have their pet, and they just need some time, and they love that pet dearly, and they've provided excellent care, and you can tell it's a part of their family. And we all go through trials and tribulations in life, and why should people be punished for that by having to get rid of the one thing that they still have? If I can give them one thing that they don't have to worry about, and then be able to put them together as a family eventually and reunify, then I want to do that. I chose to self-disclose a little bit in our first news article in the Reading Eagle last year. I met Fancy. I was 19 at this point, had completed various treatments, and didn't really recognize that I was anxious constantly. Constantly obsessing about everything and anything except for what was going on at that moment. Fancy she would weave. She would walk like this. It used to drive people crazy that would ride behind me because it was annoying. I'd put her back in the middle and she'd go back over there, and I'd put her back in the middle and she'd go back to the side. And I forget what the catalyst was. I think one of the other girls might have told me to relax at some point or something, and I somehow was able to, and Fancy walked in a straight line. And so that was when it started. So Fancy felt that anxious energy, and she was responding to it and trying to make me aware of it in the way that she knew how. And I thought, this is the coolest thing ever. Everybody has to know about this and what animals can do. And that was what started 12-ish years of just this fire that was lit inside me, and this passion that just runs through my blood. It's pumping constantly, of wanting to show everybody the power of the human-animal bond. Animal-assisted psychotherapy is a non-directive type of therapy and non-interpretive. It's like a person-centered theoretical approach kind of to begin with, which really is kind of what it sounds like. It's kind of the theory that we all have the power and abilities inside us, but sometimes we just need a little help bringing it out. It would be amazing if we could offer this to more people, but I try to be cognizant of what's in the bank account, what surgeries are coming up, emergencies, things like that. And so that's one of the other reasons it's so case by case. Because when we agree to take an animal into the relief program, they're signing the animal over to the rescue, and all expenses are paid. They still have contact, and we keep in touch and all of those types of things, but all expenses are paid.